Hello everyone, RVD here, and welcome to my playlist placement interview questions on C programming. So a new video after a long time, after a big gap, but now you'll be able to see my videos quite frequently. But just before we start, I will remind you, do subscribe my channel if at all you have not subscribed yet, and hit the bell icon so you'll be able to get the updates for my new videos. Also share the videos and the channel link with all your friends and acquaintances. I'll be now uploading more videos on C programming playlist. Maybe I've got some suggestions or requests for putting more videos in data structure playlist as well. So I'll be doing that. And now maybe I'll be preparing for my new playlist on analysis of algorithms as well. Okay, so keep supporting and keep watching the videos on my channel. Do like them and put your comments in the comment box. So let's continue with the next question. So in this video, we will be having our question number 19, that is, what is operator precedence and associativity? So we have seen, we've started looking at operators. We have seen some of the operators so far. So before we complete the set of operators that is being provided by C, I thought first to make you people aware about what is the operator precedence and what do you mean by associativity. Now, so far we had seen that there are different operators, and all operators are not having the equal precedence. Some of the operators have got higher precedence, some of them have got lower precedence, and so on. So this basically is the concept which we need to understand when we work with the operators. So what is exactly the operator precedence? The sequence in which the operators are executed is called rather the precedence of operators. So that operator precedence decides the sequence in which the operators will be executed. A very simple example, maybe if at all I start giving here itself, if at all you say addition and multiplication, okay, let's say A plus B into C. So all of us know very well here by default multiplication will be done first and then we will be having addition. So without even specifically thinking about it, by default we understood the precedence of the operators as far as additive operators and multiplicative operators are concerned. So that is basically the concept of precedence. So when we have operators having different precedence, then in which sequence they should be executed is nothing but decided by operator precedence. So obviously the higher precedence operator will be executed first and then the lower precedence operator would be executed. Now, for example, if we consider arithmetic operators, then multiplicative operators have more precedence over the additive operators. So multiplicative operators are multiply, divide, and modulus. All are equal. You will see now in the operator precedence table soon. But they are having higher precedence over additive operators. Fine. So that's the basic concept of operator precedence. Now comes associativity. Now when do we get associativity in picture? So when we have operators with same precedence. See, the operators having same precedence shall follow the associativity. So for example, as I said, all multiplicative operators have got same precedence. So when I have multiply as well as divide together, then I have to follow associativity. So similarly, when we have multiple operators having same precedence, see, understand, if the precedence of the operators are different, we already have a way of deciding. The higher precedence will go first, then the lower precedence. But what if we have multiple operators with the same precedence? Then obviously that particular problem is being solved by using the concept of associativity. Now what would be the associativity? It obviously could be either left to right or it could be from right to left. Okay, and it is already been decided. So the language has got its own rules and regulation when it comes to associativity. Fine, so just to summarize and reiterate, precedence is obviously the way or the sequence in which the operators are being executed. So every operator has got some or the other precedence. Whenever we have operators with different precedence, it will be decided automatically by the precedence only. But when we have operators having same precedence, then what comes into picture is associativity. Okay. For example, multiplicative operators have their associativity from left to right, which we will see. Hence, if multiplication and division both are present, now both are multiplicative, both of them have their same precedence, then what we would do is, we would check what comes first from left to right. Okay, not in the table, but in the expression. So if the expression divide comes before multiplication, that will be done first. And if multiplication comes before divide, even that will be done accordingly. Fine, so let's have a look at the precedence table. So you'll be able to see some of the operators, or rather most of the operators which are being provided are being listed here. So you'll be able to have a complete idea about the different operators along with their precedence as well as their associativity. See, precedence is obviously being highlighted based on the way they are being kept. So you can see at the top we have special operators. So maybe I'll take better color so that we'll be able to understand. So you can see special operators. So this is particularly called as function call operator, or we generally use it as a bracket. You know, bracket has got the topmost precedence, so you can clearly see that. Then we have array subscript. Okay, that also has got higher precedence. Then we have a dot operator, which is also called as direct member access operator. Then we have arrow operator, which is called as indirect member access operator. Don't worry, I'll come up with a video on special operators as well, so that we'll be able to understand individually these operators. Currently, we are only concerned about the precedence and associativity. So they are at the top. So they have got a top precedence of all. Okay, out of that, even the function call has got a highest, then subscript, then dot, and then arrow. But they have their associativity as left to right. So if at all I've got two brackets or I've got two dot, then it has to be taken as left to right. Maybe if at all you have a bit of idea about using the dot operator. So when I say A dot B dot C, then it has to be A dot B first and then dot C will be applied. So it will be left to right. Similarly, we've got unary operators. Now, as the name suggests, unary, that means they are going to work with a single operand. So all such operators like plus, minus, then we have got not, then we have got complement, we've got typecasting, we've got indirection, then address, then even we have a size of. Maybe I've just forgot to add maybe two important operators which I'll add here for you so that you'll be able to understand. That is plus plus, increment operator, and minus minus, that is decrement operator. That completes your unary. All are there, okay, in this particular unary slab. They are obviously having lesser precedence than special operators, but obviously having very high precedence over the binary and ternary operators which we have later. So these unary operators have their associativity from right to left. So if at all you have multiple unary operators together, then how do I resolve the associativity, or how do I resolve the sequence of execution? Using right to left associativity. Okay, even for unary operators, you would find my separate video where I'll be explaining unary operators in detail. Okay, so you can look forward to that as well. Next is we have multiplicative operators having higher precedence over additive operators, which we already had discussed. Then we have bitwise shift operators in sequence. Then relational operators. Then comes bitwise operators and having higher over XOR, and then the least one is OR out of this three. Then we have logical operators. Logical AND has got higher precedence over logical OR. Okay. Then we have conditional operator, which is the only ternary operator which you have seen. Okay. Then we have equal to, that is assignment operator, not equal to, but assignment operator. Then we have shortcut assignment operator. Out of that, this complete binary slab has got left to right associativity. This conditional operator, assignment operator, and shortcut assignment has got right to left. When we do assignment, like suppose I'm doing A equal to B equal to 10, then first I have to make use of this. So first B will be assigned with 10, and then the same value is assigned to A. So you can see we are going from right to left. So likewise, you would be having the precedence as well as the associativity of the variety of operators. So you can see the precedence table is in front of you. You can study that properly so that you'll be able to get more comfortable with the concept of precedence and associativity. Let us take some examples for you to understand better. Okay, so I've already taken maybe many of them, but still, let's say suppose I decide to do this, A plus B is greater than C. So obviously this is the relational operator that we are using. Now, isn't it without even thinking, we already know that A plus B will be done first and the answer is to be compared with C. Isn't it that clearly states that the precedence of arithmetic operators is obviously higher over relational operator? And if you remember, you have found relational operator after arithmetic operator in the precedence table. So that's how the precedence is so obvious. Okay, suppose I have got let's say A divide by B into C. Now you know we've already seen that if divide and multiply both came together, okay, then you have to go left to right. So from left to right, divide comes first. So divide will be executed first. Then you will go for multiplication. Whereas if it would have been ulta, A into B divided by C, then divide would have been later. Multiply would have been first, because here the associativity is playing more important role. But if you look at this, A plus B into C, then we don't need any associativity because we have operators of different precedence. So the higher precedence operator will be done first, that is B into C, and then A will be added to it. Fine, so here we can clearly see the concept of precedence. And isn't it this gives you the concept of associativity? Fine, so I guess this much is enough for you to understand what is the overall concept. Okay, so we had seen operators, precedence and associativity. We have not seen all operators till now. We had seen some of the operators and I felt like introducing this concept to you. So in my further videos, we will be continuing with more operators which are being provided by C programming. We'll learn them in detail. We'll take a lot of examples so that you people will find it easy to grasp that particular concept and use these particular operators when they are required to be used in the programs. Fine, so that's it for the current video. Was a huge gap, but now we would try to maintain a good frequency so that we'll be able to get a proper link and you'll be able to view my videos and share them and like them as well. Fine, so thank you. That's it for this video. Thanks a lot. Take care and happy learning.